any other types of criteria as far as like game length and do you play test them beforehand? I don't know if there's like
Yes,
a level of quality that you set.
I play them all because I have to in order to, to know if I would include them. And but there's no length. Like my length criteria is a game that's done.
Mm,
Sometimes that means it's like 2 minutes long. Sometimes it means 2 hours long.
okay.
I placed no like length restriction or requirement on art. Like if you think about like how long does it take to look at a painting, either like 10 seconds or forever. Games can be the same way.
That's true. Yeah. You can have a profound experience with a game less than an hour and have a completely meaningless experience for a 100-plus-hour AAA title. Not
Right,
naming names, but,
right,
so
right. Because that's all. Games are also very weird because we put them all in this big lump together. And like the intent of these games, I think is sometimes very different. I think of games can be hobbies.
Mhm.
And we want a hobby to take a long we usually want a hobby to be time consuming.
Yeah, for sure.
I think of, like, imagine the example I use is imagine, like, a model kit, you're building a model kit, but it's only 2 pieces. Very, very dissatisfying very unsatisfying model kit.
True. Yeah, it doesn't put a lot of effort or thinking into that, not a lot of
Right.
creativity.
So
Okay.
so s I think that's where, like, the length factor comes in 'cause, like, people are like, "Oh, I want this game to be a hobby." It's gonna be a thing that passes time for me, and I enjoy that time that I'm passing with it.
Got it. Alright. Well, in addition to those games, I believe there is a was it like a digital, like, a magazine type of thing, right, that comes
Yes.
every month? Do you mind, like, talking a little bit about it and how you set it up, who does the art?
Yeah, so, basically, from the very first issue, I knew I needed to, like I can't demo 10 games easily. Even if I had 10 even if I had 10 computers, how would I set up 10 computers? And like even like a PAX, that would like be a very cramped booth.
Yep.
So I made like a zine to go with it because it also very much is like in the tradition of like DIY zine publishing. So in it, basically every developer gets an ad page, like a quote unquote ad page for their game. And then like optionally has the space to also write a postmortem about their game. And then the covers, which have been like my handy, like I need a thing that is like very eye catching and very representative of every issue. Those are all by artists who don't do game work, don't work in games at all. Kind of like artists, maybe they like them, but are otherwise outside of like the game space. Both as a way to get like different perspectives and different styles, and not for it to feel too insular of the same people getting the same work, and also to like expose game developers to a bunch of like cool illustrators and like indie comic artists and stuff that I like.
Nice. Alright.